Okay, dah. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good evening. I bid to all. Today we will like to discuss about the lab 2, which is construction of AC high voltage generation and measurement. And this is my team member, which is Muhammad Saifullah Minci Aziz and Muhammad Nur Nazmi bin Zambi and me, Muhammad Ifan Azim and Muhammad Yuli Kifli. So we proceed to the next slide, which is the introduction for this lab. In this experimental task, we will expose on the application of the KIT 4.0 high voltage construction kit, which is the latest technology of Hafele Hypertronic Switzerland, the system integrated state of art technology, offering variable frequency experiments to students with adequate security circuit. It integrates a frequency converter front end, a digital oscilloscope for voltage, current measurement, and completely refreshed accessory set. The KIT 4.0 is powered by frequency converter, a device to convert grid frequency and voltage to another frequency and voltage. It is used more and more often in a variety of applications as the knowledgeable about it has been matured and as new control circuitry has become very available. Frequency converters make for a compact and clean power supply and competently replace traditionally used voltage regulator and motor generators. So for the task for this experiment, as a testing engineer, we were required to do some insulation tests to ensure the insulator property meets the International Electronical Commission (IEC) standards. We recent responsibility is to do dielectric strength test, which is EPOT test. Therefore, the following step must be compiled. Identify a correct apparatus for HIPOT test, assemble AC generation and measurement system, fix all grounding termination point, and lastly is neatness and clean. So for the section 1, the identify a correct apparatus for HIPOT test. Can you see on the table that we have been ticked, which is we need the measuring capacitor, the test transformer, the grounding switch, top electrode, spear gap, connection cup, floor pedestal, spacer bar, and the secondary at the last one. Okay. Then is section 2. Section 2 we refer to Saifullah.
Okay, thank you, Fazim. For the section 2, assemble AC generation and measurement system. The AC measurement consider the connection from AC secondary unit to frequency converter and picoscope in channel 1. For the first is the connection circuit between FC to the transformer third point. The main consideration of transformer winding property for the transformer to be function as generating high voltage level and isolating transformer is equal for V in equal to 240 volt and V out is 240 volt. For the second is next is to assemble the basic component with the connection from the transformer to the capacitor for the measurement. The capacitor of the measurement also known as voltage divider, which consists of two capacitors. Describe clearly the feature of each capacitor. So the answer is 100 PF is capacitor that hold higher energy, while secondary capacitor is used for AC device which is rate value is 2 microfarad, is used for low voltage capacitor as secondary capacitor is called as DC capacitor. For the third is basic component of secondary capacitor. And for the last one is diagram to show. Capacitive divider for the measurement by considering high voltage level to a lower voltage level. One capacitor is for high voltage and another capacitor for low level voltage. Since measuring probe only allow 7 VAC or RMS. This is a diagram. And next is I will pass to Nur Nazmi bin Zamri.
Next is B, the schematic structure of secondary capacitor by considering enclosure termination point at both ends and the schematic circuit diagram of circuit board. Next is section 3. Fix the coaxial cable and tie all grounding termination point by considering braided copper cable to the floor, pedestal, and chassis of secondary part for AC, BNC to banana adapter for secondary for AC and grounding switch. Also considering neatness and clean. Next is the connection of braided cable at the transformer structure of divider circuit for floor, pedestal, and chassis of secondary capacitor and grounding switch. Below is the circuit diagram. And for the conclusion is, at the end of this lab session, students should be able to, number one is familiar with the basic component of generating AC high voltage. Number two, construct AC generation and measurement circuit by considering frequency converter high voltage transformer. That's all from us. Thank you.